Learn English, speak confidently with Inkwell Stories. Hello, everyone. I'm Emma, and welcome to today's episode of Life Changers Podcast. I'm so excited because today we will talk about something really simple but powerful, little habits that can completely change your life.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex, and I can't wait to share some ideas with you. Have you ever felt that big changes are too hard to make? Well, today we will show you that even very small habits done consistently can lead to amazing results.
Absolutely. Sometimes we think we need huge, dramatic actions to improve our life, but actually, small steps like drinking more water, reading 5 pages a day, or taking a short walk can create big changes over time.
And the best part? These small habits are easy to start, and anyone can do them. So if you want to feel happier, healthier, and more productive, stay with us because this episode will give you practical tips you can use starting today.
Alex, I think the first step in understanding little habits is knowing why they are so powerful. Many people try to make big changes all at once, like suddenly exercising 2 hours every day or completely changing their diet, and then they get frustrated and give up. But tiny, consistent habits build real and lasting change over time. They might seem small and simple at first, but their effects can be huge if we keep doing them regularly.
Yes, Emma, that is so true. When we talk about little habits, we mean simple actions that take only a few minutes or even seconds. But if you repeat them every day, they can create momentum in your life. For example, drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning might sound very small, but it starts your day with energy and makes you feel healthy. Or brushing your teeth carefully for 2 extra minutes might not feel like a big change, but it protects your health in the long run.
Exactly. And there is also a psychological reason why small habits work so well. Our brain loves patterns and routine. When we repeat an action over and over, it becomes automatic, and we don't need to think about it anymore. This is called habit formation. So, when we start with very small steps, we allow our brain to adapt gradually, and over time, it becomes a natural part of our life.
That's a great point, Emma. Another reason is motivation. Big changes can feel overwhelming and hard to maintain, but small habits are easy to start, and each small success increases our confidence. For instance, if you decide to read just 1 page of a book every day, it's simple and easy. But after a week, you already have 7 pages read. After a month, you have 30 pages, and before you know it, you have developed a reading habit.
I love that example. Little habits are really like seeds. You plant them today, water them consistently, and over time, they grow into something strong and beautiful. And the best thing is, you don't need extra energy or motivation every day. Because small habits are easy, they become part of your routine naturally.
Yes, and the amazing thing is that these habits can improve all areas of your life. They can help your mind, body, and social relationships. Reading a little every day improves your knowledge and thinking skills. Drinking water and moving your body improve your physical health. Saying thank you to someone every day or giving a compliment can improve your social life and make people around you happier.
Absolutely. And the interesting part is that habits grow stronger when they connect with your emotions. For example, if you feel proud or happy after doing a small habit, your brain starts to enjoy it. This positive reinforcement makes it easier to continue. And even if you have a bad day, doing a small habit can lift your mood and give you a sense of accomplishment.
That is so important. Many people forget that habits are not just actions, they are also feelings. When we feel good while doing habit, we are more likely to continue it. For example, listening to music while walking every day makes the habit enjoyable. Drinking tea while writing a few lines in your journal can make the habit pleasant and relaxing.
Another important idea is that small habits can influence bigger changes in your life. When you start with tiny improvements, like waking up 10 minutes earlier, you might naturally find more time to exercise, read, or plan your day. One small change often creates a chain reaction. This is called the ripple effect.
Exactly. And I have a personal example. I started drinking 1 glass of water every morning, and it seemed very small. But after a few weeks, I started feeling more energetic and motivated. Then I added a 10-minute walk, and later I began reading a few pages every day. All these small habits slowly transformed my daily routine, and I didn't even notice at first that my life had changed.
That is inspiring. And another reason little habits are effective is that they help you focus. Big changes can be stressful because they require too much energy and attention. But tiny habits allow you to focus on one thing at a time. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, starting with one small habit, like taking a short walk, is better than trying to change your diet, exercise, and sleep at the same time.
Yes, focusing on one habit at a time also increases your chance of success. And it's important to celebrate small victories. Even small progress is progress. For example, if you write one paragraph of your journal every day, don't wait until the end of the month to feel proud. Celebrate each day because small achievements create motivation for the next day.
And one more thing, Alex. Little habits also teach patience and persistence. Life changes are not instant. By practicing small habits every day, you learn that consistent effort, even if it seems small, brings results in the long term. It's a very powerful life lesson.
That's right. And sometimes little habits can even prevent negative habits. For example, drinking water instead of soda or taking a 10-minute walk instead of scrolling social media can slowly replace unhealthy behaviors with positive ones.
Exactly. So the key message is little habits may look small, but they have a big impact. Start small, repeat daily, and enjoy the process. Over time, these habits will grow and create a life you love.
And remember, it's never too late to start. Even one tiny habit can be the first step to a better life. The important thing is to begin today, no matter how small the action.
So, Alex, now that we understand why little habits are powerful, let's talk about how to actually create them. Many people know that habits are important, but they don't know how to start. What do you think is the first step?
The first step is to choose one small habit at a time. Don't try to do everything at once. People often make the mistake of trying to change too many things at the same time, and they get overwhelmed. For example, if someone wants to improve their health, they might try to exercise for an hour, stop eating sugar, and start meditating, all on the first day. That usually doesn't work. But if you start with one very simple habit, like drinking a glass of water every morning, it's easy to succeed.
That's a great point, Alex. And after choosing a small habit, it's important to connect it to something you already do. This is called habit stacking. For instance, if you always brush your teeth in the morning, you can drink a glass of water immediately after brushing. Or if you always make coffee in the morning, you can read one page of a book while waiting for the coffee. This makes your new habit easier to remember because it becomes part of an existing routine.
Yes, habit stacking is very effective, and the next step is making the habit easy and simple. If your habit is too difficult or complicated, it will be hard to do consistently. For example, if you want to start exercising, don't plan to run 5 kilometers on the first day. Instead, take a 5 or 10-minute walk. Small and achievable habits create a sense of success and motivate you to continue.
And don't forget the importance of tracking your habit. When you see your progress, it motivates you to continue. You can use a simple calendar, a notebook, or even a habit tracking app. For example, if you want to read every day, mark a small check for each day you read. After a week or a month, seeing all the checks makes you feel proud and motivated to keep going.
Absolutely. And one more thing is the reward system. After completing your habit, reward yourself. Even a small reward is enough. For example, after writing in your journal, you can enjoy a cup of tea or listen to your favorite song. These small rewards create a positive feeling, and your brain starts associating the habit with pleasure.
I love that. And we should also talk about being patient and kind to yourself. Some days you might forget your habit or feel too tired to do it. That's completely normal. Don't feel guilty or give up. What matters is consistency over time, not perfection. Missing a day doesn't mean failure. It's just part of the process.
Exactly. And it's also useful to start very small. For example, if you want to meditate, start with just 2 minutes per day. If you want to write a book, start with 1 paragraph. Tiny habits are easy to maintain, and over time, they naturally grow into bigger habits.
And another tip is to make your habits visible. If you want to drink more water, keep a bottle on your desk. If you want to read, place the book on your pillow or on your table. Visual reminders help you remember and make it easier to follow through.
That's a great point. And habits are also easier to maintain when they are enjoyable. If your habit feels like a chore, you are less likely to continue. Find a way to make it fun. For example, listen to music while exercising, enjoy the taste of healthy food, or turn cleaning into a game. When you enjoy the process, habits become part of your lifestyle.
And one final tip is habit pairing with social support. Doing habits with friends or family can increase your motivation. For example, you can start a small walking group or challenge each other to read every day. Accountability helps you stick to your habit, and sharing your progress feels rewarding.
Yes, social support is very powerful, and I want to remind everyone that it's okay to start imperfectly. Don't wait for the perfect day or perfect circumstances. Start now, even if it's small. The key is to begin, repeat daily, and gradually improve.
So, to summarize, Alex, creating effective little habits involves several steps. Pick one small habit, connect it to something you already do, make it simple, track it, reward yourself, be patient, make it enjoyable, use visual reminders, and involve social support if possible. These strategies make it easier to build habits that last.
Absolutely. And the beauty is that once you succeed with one small habit, it often leads to other positive changes. For example, if you start walking every day, you might also start eating healthier or sleeping better. One tiny change can create a ripple effect in your life.
Exactly. And remember, the most important thing is consistency. Little habits may seem small, but when practiced daily, they grow stronger and eventually transform your life. It's not about instant results, but about steady, sustainable improvement.
Yes, and one last thought. Start today. Even a tiny step is better than no step. Pick one small habit, follow it for a week, and notice the changes. Over time, you'll be amazed at how much these small actions can impact your life. Now, Emma, let's move on to one of my favorite parts, the real-life examples of little habits that can truly change our lives. Sometimes hearing stories or examples makes it easier to understand how small actions lead to big results.
Absolutely, Alex. One example I love is reading. Many people think they don't have time to read, but reading just 5 pages a day can make a huge difference over time. If you read 5 pages every day, In a year, you will have read almost 20 books. It's amazing how something so small can add up when done consistently.
Yes, and it's not just reading. Walking is another perfect example. Walking for just 10 minutes a day might seem insignificant, but it improves your energy, helps your mood, and even supports your overall health. If you do it daily, it can gradually lead to more exercise, better fitness, and even a more positive mindset.
And there are also habits that help your mind and emotional well-being. For instance, writing down one thing you are grateful for each day is a small habit that can completely change your perspective. Gratitude makes you feel happier, reduces stress, and helps you focus on positive aspects of life. You only need a minute, but the effect is huge over weeks and months.
That's a great example, and I also love language learning as a habit. Even if you are learning English or another language, practicing one word, one phrase, or 5 minutes of listening every day can lead to big improvements. You might not notice progress at first, but after a few months, your vocabulary and confidence grow significantly.
Exactly. And these habits often create a ripple effect. For example, if you start walking 10 minutes every day, you might feel more motivated to drink water, eat healthier, or go to bed earlier. One small change encourages other positive changes, and soon your daily routine becomes much healthier and more productive.
And let's not forget about social habits. Doing something small for others every day can improve relationships. For example, sending a quick thank you message, complimenting a friend, or helping someone for a few minutes may seem tiny, but it strengthens your bonds and builds a supportive network around you.
That's very true. I have a personal story about this. A few months ago, I started sending a small note of appreciation to a colleague every week. At first, it was just a tiny effort, but it made me feel happier and my relationship with my colleagues improved. Small habits like this create positivity in your environment.
And another inspiring example is meditation. Many people avoid meditation because they think it requires a lot of time and focus. But starting with just 2 or 3 minutes every day can calm your mind, reduce stress, and help you feel more focused. Over time, those 2 minutes can grow into 10 or 15 minutes, and it becomes a valuable part of your daily routine.
Yes, Alex. And even small habits like organizing your desk or making your bed in the morning can make a big difference. They might seem unimportant, but they create a sense of order and accomplishment. This feeling of success at the start of the day motivates you to continue being productive and positive.
And here is an interesting point. Little habits help us overcome procrastination. When a task feels big or overwhelming, we often delay it. But if we start with a very small step, like writing one sentence or cleaning just one corner, it becomes easier to continue. That's why tiny actions are so powerful. They break the cycle of procrastination.
And finally, I want to emphasize that little habits are about creating a better lifestyle, not perfection. It's not about doing everything perfectly every day. It's about building consistency, enjoying the process, and gradually improving. Each small action adds up to big changes.
Exactly. And the beauty of this is that anyone can start today. You don't need special skills, a lot of time, or extra energy. Start small, repeat daily, and watch your life transform. For example, drinking one extra glass of water, reading 5 pages, walking 10 minutes, or writing one thing you are grateful for. These small habits create massive positive results over time.
So, to summarize part 3, Alex, little habits work because they are simple, enjoyable, and consistent. They improve your mind, body, and relationships. They create ripple effects, reduce stress, increase productivity, and help you feel happier and healthier. The key is to start small, repeat daily, and celebrate your progress.
Yes, Emma. And remember, even the tiniest habit is a step forward. You don't need to do everything at once. Start with one small habit today and let it grow. Over time, these small actions can change your life more than you ever imagined.
And for all our listeners, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. You can also download the PDF with the full transcript and vocabulary list from today's episode. This way, you can practice English and learn these life-changing habits at the same time.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope today's examples and ideas inspire you to start your own little habits. Start small, stay consistent, and enjoy the journey.
Bye, everyone. Remember, little habits today lead to big changes tomorrow. Keep going and believe in yourself.